Piano technique plays a crucial role in piano playing. With solo technique, you'll feel more comfortable tackling any pieces you wish to play. The foundation of good technique lies in proper hand positioning, fast and independent fingers movements, and overall physical control extending from shoulders to the fingertip. I will do my best to explain everything accurately, and you promise to carefully follow each detail and instruction. In this video, I will be dividing our hand into 3 sections. Section 1, fingers, palm, knuckles, and fingertip. Section 2, wrist, and the last section 3, back, shoulders, elbow, and full arm. So let's explore the details starting with section 1. Section 1, fingers, palm, knuckles, and fingertip. Firstly, I would like you to pay attention to our fingers. As you can see, our fingers naturally vary in size. The 3 and the 4 fingers are the most stable because they are relatively similar in size as you look, while the pinky and the thumb are noticeably different. The pinky is thinner and smaller, while the thumb is shorter and thicker and positioned somewhat apart from the other fingers, giving it unique outward appearance. This disparity in the finger size may be a fundamental cause of many challenges in piano technique. If you look at the piano keyboard, you will see that the keys are flat, straight, and uniform in size, while our fingers vary in length. This imbalance becomes noticeable when we play some passages like scales or chromatic, as a difference in the finger's length prevent us from pressing the keys simultaneously. Shorter fingers like pinky and thumb often cause slightly delays in keys presses, which can affect articulation, timing, and overall accuracy in performance. To achieve accuracy and the press keys simultaneously, it's important to equalize the fingers in some extent. One way to do this is by curling the fingers and keeping the hand in a round shape. This is why teachers often remind students curl the fingers, because by doing so, you will help balance the difference the fingers' lengths, allowing you to strike the notes, move evenly, and with consistent timing. Moreover, when you curl the fingers, as you see, your fingers naturally align and becomes almost the same level, just like the uniform keys of the piano. The alignment is key to developing precise, smooth, and accuracy in your performance. Now let's delve deeper into the details of how to effectively curl our fingers. First, take a circle object that fits comfortable in your palm. You can take some small apple from your fridge. As you cover the circle, as you see, as I cover the circle with my fingers, notice how second, third, and the fourth fingers align and appear nearly the same. Look at this. Now, place the ball on the keyboard and position your fingers on the keys, aiming to equalize their size as much as possible. Notice how second, third, and the fourth fingers form nice half curl. Now I'm trying to remove my circle object. I will focus on these 3 fingers first, okay? The pinky and the thumb, as I mentioned, are a bit different. The second is important aspect to be aware, it's fingertip. There is a trick to ensure you are using it correctly. Take the small mirror and place it here. If your fingernails are facing the mirror, it means you are properly using your fingertips to touch the keyboard. If your fingernails are pointing towards your face, it indicates lack of sensitivity in touch between fingertips and the keyboard. Shortly, fingertips contact with the keys is crucial because they facilitate the weight transition from one finger to another and overall dynamic control. But fingertips detail I will explain later. Let's back to our second, third and the fourth fingers. Another thing to notice when it comes to the second, third and the fourth fingers, notice that my knuckles are slightly hiding under the skin. It's important to not emphasize the bones. Look at this, if I emphasize my bones. If I extend my knuckles too much, it directly affects my fingers and risks breaking the proper hand position, particularly the palm area. The palm area, particularly for the second, third and the fourth fingers, should maintain a small space, not the big, a small space between the inside of your palm and the keyboard. This allows for the continuous smooth line from the knuckles, from your knuckles to the wrist, from your wrist to your elbow. Look at this, continuous smooth line from your knuckles to the elbow. Now let's discuss the pinky and the thumb. Pinky and the thumb, which are often the most problematic fingers in piano technique. Approaching the pinky and the thumb requires different technique, with the wrist playing crucial role. Let's begin with pinky finger. Pinky fingers. The pinky fingers is the smallest, tiniest and the weakest among the other fingers. And its curved position differs slightly from the other fingers. Here we can see the curved positions will be like this. So here we can see the first bones after the nails. To ensure we are pressing with our fingertips, it's important to slightly turn our wrist to the right. If we don't assist our wrist, we won't be able to fully engage the pinky fingertip. As mentioned, the fingertips are crucial because they facilitate the weight transitioning from one finger to the another. The position and angle of my palm and hand remain consistent with the only slight adjustment toward right side because of the wrist. But the positions of my hand the same which was on the second, third and the fourth fingers. Now let's turn our attention to the thumb as the widest finger and naturally produce the loud sound. Look at this. You can try it at home. Try it now. It's very excellent for the forte dynamic. However, if it's not positioned correctly the thumb, it can easily throw off the hand positions of the other fingers. So the thumb plays an important role in hand positions. The thumb is the position a bit differently. The fingertip of the thumb should be closely to the nails. So it's this side. Specifically on the left side, on the kept straight with a slightly turn towards you. I want you to notice that we adjust the thumb position relatively to the other fingers, not the other way around. The thumb should always be kept in the correct position, except when playing the chords or octaves. But when the scales should be always with these correct positions. Maintaining the proper thumb position is especially important for technique passages like scales, arpeggios, chromatic scales, or any other passages except again chord or octaves. Now let's discuss this section 2, wrist. The wrist acts as a crucial bridge, maintaining the balance of the hand from shoulders to the fingertip. Why is this important? The wrist is responsible for the weight distribution and flexibilities of the phrasing. Look at this. Technical passages and the sound production. It is the most flexible and important part of our hand in piano technique. If you observe our wrist, you can find that the wrist can move in 5 positions. Straight, down, left, and right. For example, when I play straightforward melodies like a scales, as you see, I'm using the first positions, which is the straight. But the moment when I use something more complicated phrasing, as you see that my wrist is moving to the right and to the left, which is the second and the third positions. For the octaves, as you see, my wrist becomes up, or chords, my wrist is down. So here I'm using all 5 positions, which depends on the wrist. As you can see from this example, the wrist plays a crucial role in piano technique. It acts as a bridge, facilitating the connection between different transitioning of passages. Out of curiosity, I started exploring the structures of the human hand bones. I was amazed by design of the wrist. The wrist bones, medically referred to as carpal bones, consist with 8 individual bones. As I learned about and explored each of these bones, I was amazed by how the wrists support and coordinate the entire hand. This completely reframed my understanding of the wrist. While I always knew it was important, I didn't realize just how crucial it truly is. Since our primary instrument is our hand, followed by the piano, it's crucial to take proper care of our wrist. We must keep them free from tension to allow these 8 carpal bones to move freely. While I'm not overlooking the importance of fingers, palms, shoulders, and back, I want you to know that the wrist act a bridge balance our hand and piano technique. And this is why it's essential to keep the wrist relaxed and tension-free. Now let's discuss and do some exercise to understand how to maintain this tension-free state. Take a paintbrush and imagine you are drawing something up and down, left and right. Notice how your wrists become free from tension and how flexible your hand can move. This sensation of freedom and flexibility is something you should strive to feel every time you play the piano. Now, let's get these feelings. The moment you get, focus on sensation in wrist, observe how it feels and relax state. Try to do it with me now, please. Once you're aware of this feeling, put the paintbrush down and immediately press one note on the keyboard. So press second finger with only one finger, keeping it curl fingers, standing on fingertip, please. Don't forget that. And position as we discussed in earlier hand positions. Remember knuckles? One straight line. Ensure your wrist should remain free from tension. Now try to do it with the 2 notes. Gradually add more and maintaining the same relaxed wrist feelings. Now let's move to the section 3. Section 3, shoulders, back and elbow. Shoulders part mainly provide weight for our sound. The shoulders should remain relaxed without tension. They shouldn't be close to the ears. If your shoulders are raised towards your ears, it's a sign of tension, which can hinder the ability to apply weight to your fingertips. As I mentioned earlier, the wrist plays a crucial role in weight distribution and flexibilities. The reason is that the weight originates from your back and shoulders, and the wrist acts as a bridge, allowing the weight to flow smoothly from shoulders to the fingertip. If the bridge, which is the wrist, gets stuck or stiff, It holds the weight coming from the shoulders, leading to tension and eventually pain in your hand. By keeping wrists relaxed, you allow the weight to flow naturally from your back, from your shoulders, from your elbow, from your wrist, to final point, to the fingertip. Additionally, it's important to keep your back straight, because if it's not straight, this is how some students typically sit at the piano when practicing. It can cause your shoulders to slump too far down, resulting in undue pressure on your back and holding all weight on your back instead of giving to your shoulders and final point to the fingertips. The next is elbow. The elbow plays a crucial role in controlling the movements of our shoulders and assists the wrist in quickly adjusting positions, especially when playing the melodies that span a large distance, such as arpeggios, jumping scales, or octaves. The elbow has these three key motions leading to the right, to the left, towards piano, such as when playing octaves or loud sound. Additionally, the elbow provides balance between the two shoulders. Ideally, the positions of our elbow should be slightly turned outward. This alignment keeps the underarm open, creating a stable weight distribution across the shoulders. As you can see, each part of the hand has its own actions, which can become independent and at the same time depend on each other. The example I provide just now were mostly theoretical to help you understand